CBS. Then Sunday, you got the Vikings and Saints, the early game on Fox. And then the evening game, the Seahawks and the Eagles, Sunday on NBC. Speaking of NBC, that played host to the game up in Seattle. Marshawn Lynch back for the first time in a Seattle uniform in 1,505 days. It was good to see him there. Russell Wilson was excited as well. Jimmy Garoppolo was like, oh, they got these folks back. But if they won, they'd be the 1 seed. First quarter, 3-0. Deebo Samuel. How special has this rookie been, Prime?
Let me tell you something. This guy is instant excitement, instant offense. He can run the ball. He can catch the ball. Look at the balance. Look at the maneuverability. Deebo Samuel has been a tremendous asset to this offense and to this franchise.
Yeah, he's got 4 rushing touchdowns this year, only 3 through the air. And Raheem Mostert, he has been phenomenal the second half of the season. 6th straight game with a rushing touchdown. That ties the franchise record. 49ers up 19-7, but they do not get the 2-point conversion as Bourne does not quite get in, we don't believe. Look at the big hit by Bobby Wagner. So instead of a 14-point lead, it's a 12-point lead. Now on to the 4th. Seattle. Beast mode, he's back, Prime!
Who needs training camp? Who needs a regular season? Just bring me in when it counts.
And look at a little light on his feet getting up in the air. Seahawks are down 5.
Looking really light, man.
Yeah, they were the candy's back, man. I'm trying to cut down.
They should have did that several years ago. They would have got a whole another Super Bowl.
Stop that now. As for Mostert, weaving his way in for a 13-yard score, his first career multi-rushing touchdown game, and the Niners are back up 12. But Russell Wilson, undaunted, leads them back. DK Metcalf coming up big time, his 7th receiving touchdown of the year. Seahawks are back within 5. So here come the Niners trying to get.
They found that hole in the 49ers secondary, and they went at it consistently.
Would San Francisco find a way to get a first down? Samuel, again, good open field tackle, but watch what happens at the end of the play. Ben Garland, he can't hear anything. He's blocking downfield on Leno Hill and takes him out. And so that's a 15-yarder. Kyle Shanahan didn't like it. So Niners would have to give it up, and here comes Wilson. Looking for DK Metcalf with under 2 minutes to go. Russell Wilson, so special, Prime.
I mean, he can buy himself time in the pocket with his legs. Offensive line doing a great job protecting him on that play, and Metcalf has been solid.
And then on 4th and 10, Russell Wilson finds who for the first down? You got it, John Ursua. Getting the catch his first of the year for the rookie, and they got to hurry up, so they end up spiking the ball, but then they would take a delay of game penalty once Marshawn Lynch was put in the game. We all wanted to see him get a shot from the 1-yard line. Instead, 5 yards back, moves 24 out of the game. So in the next play, what does Seattle do? Wilson looking for Tyler Lockett as he rolls left and almost has it picked off by Harris.
Great pressure by the San Francisco's defense. Great pressure.
And then how about this? Wilson looking for Jacob Hollister, but Fred Warner looks like he's got a hold of him. Once again, under 2 minutes to go, they needed a booth replay. Didn't get it. They did not ask for it. So on 4th and goal, Hollister again gets nailed and kept out of the end zone by Trey Greenlaw, the rookie out of Arkansas. One of his 11 tackles, none bigger than that. As you can see, the ball clearly does not cross the plane of the goal line. The 49ers keeping Pete Carroll speechless. Seattle will be the 5 seed. The Niners win the division. They are the 1 seed. They get the bye. They win the NFC West for the first time since 2012. They are the 1 seed for the first time since 1997. When you know who, Deion Sanders, coached the Niners, our buddy Moochie.
Ain't nobody like my Moochie, man. Let me tell you something. This was a NFL football game. I never care who wins. I just like good football, and what we seen today was excellent football, and it came down to the 49ers defense. When you have a defense, you could travel anywhere, you could win anywhere. It don't matter home field or you on the road. It does not matter when you have the type of defense that the San Francisco 49ers possess. The only problem that they have They have some holes in the secondary that they got to address if they want to win them all. You see they made a substitution at the right cornerback position late in the fourth quarter, and it paid dividends because consistently the Seahawks tried to go to that cornerback position.
Deion, think of how much was on the line here, particularly for San Francisco, because we knew, based on what happened earlier in the day, Seattle, the best they could do was be a 3 seed if they had won. So they were playing next weekend regardless. Yes, there's a difference between hosting the Minnesota Vikings or being on the road to play the Philadelphia Eagles. But for San Francisco, if they had lost that game, if Hollister scores instead of falls 6 inches short, they are the 5 seed, and they likely have to win 3 road games just to get to Miami, Prime.
Yeah, and just mentally, you don't want to deal with that mentally, having a letdown when it's all on the line. When it's all on the line, you want your big-time players to make big-time plays, and that's what they did. Offensively, defensively, coaching-wise, it was a collective effort, and they got the job done.
All right, so much more on what this means for San Francisco moving forward, and we'll also preview the Philadelphia-Seattle game. Hopefully, both those teams have enough players, healthy players, to suit up. Coming up next weekend. We'll break that down. In the meantime, the NFC East, it was still up for grabs coming into Sunday. Cowboys and Jason Garrett maybe getting one last pregame throw on the field. You know, his future.
Ain't nobody care.
Second quarter, taking on Washington. Well, we got a flag on the field. That looks like offside, so Dak Prescott, free play to Amari Cooper. Apparently it was his turn in the rotation to be on the field. Nice play by Cooper. Do you think they'll bring him back, Prime?
I hope so. I mean, he's the big-time player. He makes plays. And that was an awesome play right there between 2 defenders.
Then 2 plays later, Dak to Zeke out of the backfield for the 13-yard catch. Little toe drag swag on that, and it's 13-3 Dallas. Second quarter, same score. And would you believe it, Prime? This is Ezekiel Elliott's longest run of the year. 33 yards. Yeah, longest run right there.
It has nothing to do with Zeke. It has everything to do with the offensive line. Zeke, it's still Zeke.
18 carries, 122, and accounted for 2 scores. Third quarter, once again, Dallas needs to win and have Philly lose at the Giants in order to be NFC East champs for the 2nd straight year. Michael Gallup, the Gallup poll is in, and that is an outstanding catch. Dallas is back up 14. Then it's Prescott again. The number 1 offense in the league. Wow, look at this move by Gallup. Keeps his balance and he's gone. They accounted for 517 total yards on this day. Dallas with a season-high 47 points in their 47-16 win. But why are they bumming up in Jerry's box? That's because of what happened in New Jersey. The Eagles, all they needed was a win to get in. So many injuries. No Zach Ertz. He's out with that cracked rib. Miles Sanders, who's been a stud rusher, left midway through the game. So what's he going to do? Carson Wentz has been doing this entire month. He throws it to Josh Perkins. Deion, you got to give Wentz some credit here.
I would do. I can't give him a lot, though. They're playing against the Giants. Can't give him a lot.
Oh, we're gonna get to that in just a second. Third quarter, Daniel Jones looking for Golden Tate. I love this. Watch Tate not only make the great catch to tie it at 10, but he's showing everybody the ball did not move 1 inch. Oh, and then they're playing flip cup. Oh, yeah, I used to do that in college. I don't want to reminisce. Boston Scott. Are you kidding me with some of the guys they're dragging in and giving the ball to? What a great job by this kid. 3 scores on the day, and the Eagles are up 17-10. And then how about Saquon? First 11 carries, he had 10 yards, and then Deion, he can do this.
Yeah, at a drop of a hat, he can light the scoreboard up. When you hold a finger up, I mean, the number 1 sign that I'm gone, right when you break through the hole, you know you're special. That kid has a gift.
All right, it's now 2017 Philly. Daniel Jones, a bad snap, and then he gets crushed by Malcolm Jenkins. Big fella, Fletcher Cox, pick it up, roll in. He doesn't quite get in, but it was close enough for a family photo. And then they give it to the man, Boston Scott. Get in there. 19 carries, 54 yards, 3 scores. The Eagles are NFC East champions and will host the Seahawks next week. All right, let's go. Primetime presented by Geico. The sights and sounds of the NFC East.
What I love about this football team is how we have stuck together the entire season, through all the ups and downs, through all the injuries. We've battled. We put ourselves in this position to win the NFC East. We've done that, but again, what I see from our players is they're already talking about next week and coming to work this week and preparing for next week, and And it just tells me that the guys are in the right frame of mind.
It's a great time to be hitting our stride, for one. You know, and obviously, like we said, there's been a lot of ups and downs and different things all season long. But guys have hung together and really finding what we're good at and what we do well, and putting guys in the right situations. And so guys just keep believing, keep fighting. And it's been cool to see us, you know, hit our stride now, and hopefully we can carry it over into the playoffs.
Do you feel like you have more coaching to do in this league?
Oh, absolutely.
How much do you want to be the coach here in 2020?
Yeah, I want to be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys, but we'll see what happens.
Do you think you will be the coach of the Cowboys?
I have no idea.
But I don't have a shareable timetable. The proper question here is a shareable. Do I have anything that I would share as far as my timetable, my thoughts, any work that I've done, we've done, any work preparing for the future? All of that I wouldn't comment on and share at this time.
So Jerry admitted, Deion, there will be changes coming. He has no timetable here.
Yep.
Everybody in the world thinks that after 9 seasons, it's time to change the voice in that locker room. Do you still not believe that?
I'm not going to say I do not believe that. It's going to happen. Jerry almost spoke it into existence. It's going to happen. It's inevitable that it's going to happen. Should it happen? I'm just not one to blame the darn coach. That's just not how I get down. I have not seen one player defensively that you really got a game plan to try to stop. I haven't seen anybody in the secondary say, you know, I'm not going to throw the ball this way, or this guy may make this play that way. And Gallup had a wonderful game this week. What about last week? Amari Cooper, great catch. What about last week when we really need you guys to show up and show out and get us to the next level? There was no one to be found. But now, we get the Redskins summoned to the crib, and they got 53 U-Hauls parked in the parking lot because they know they're ready to go home. We want to clap? No. I'm not buying that, man. I'm not buying the coaches can coach this week, but they can't coach that week. I'm not buying it.
All right, so
this is players, man.
So this is strictly a personnel question here. I mean, Dallas, we all think they've struck it rich. I mean, look on the offensive side of the ball. Dak had a phenomenal year. Zeke's a top 3 running back. We believe that the offensive line is pretty good compared to the rest.
The offensive line is not what it used to be. When it's time for these guys to run, they do not hunker down and get low and drive people off the ball. No, they do not do that anymore. They take advantage of lackluster teams like this. Now Zeke gets 100, and that has nothing to do with Zeke. Zeke can tote that Taylor no matter where he is, but this line is not who we think they are.
Okay. So you're saying that we're overselling Dallas's talent. I just want to make sure I'm understanding what you're saying.
Yes, we are.
Most people don't.
Yes, we are.
Most people do not agree with you.
Well, I'm not most people. I'm Prime.
Okay.
Now, exclamation mark.
I tried to give Carson Wentz some credit here because they won 4 in a row. They keep losing guys left and right. I mean, look at offensively. No Alshon Jeffrey, no Deshaun Jackson, no Zach Ertz today, no Jordan Howard, no Lane Johnson.
Carson Wentz is a good football player. He's a great NFL player. Great. I'm not going to say great. He's really good at what he does. But come on, man. We're talking about the Redskins twice, the Giants and the Cowboys. That's who they beat. You want me to clap with my feet? I mean, I'm not even that darn limber to even do that. I can't do that. This team is a homecoming for the playoffs. Yeah, and they match up with Seattle really good. I like that. I think it's going to be a good game because Seattle's defense is atrocious. They're not good at all. And I really do think this team here matches up really good with them.
So you like Philadelphia?
It's going to be a good one.
You like Philadelphia at first blush. I mean, I know you have.
First of all, I don't blush. Second of all, I'm not going to say I like Philadelphia. I like Seattle in this game.
That was funny. You had me laughing, my man.
That was real.
By the way, you look good.
Real.
You look lean today. I just want to say, I don't know if it's the camera.
And I don't have it. And you know what? And I don't have any makeup. Unlike some of these other teams who make it up and fooling us. I don't have any makeup. This is really me.
It's amazing. You look good today. I'm the one with makeup, and I'm shiny all over the place because I'm kind of a sweater. I really get into the highlights and everything. All right, let's go. Who's going to win the number 2 seed? Is it the Patriots? They know how important a bye is. That's why they've got those 6 Lombardi trophies there. Tom Brady, all they have to do is beat the Miami Dolphins at home. But they're down 3-0, and then Brady hits Eric Rowe right in stride. The former Patriot with the pick 6. It's the first time Brady's ever thrown a pick 6 in 35 games against the Dolphins. Oh, man, Deion.
When do we diagram a route that two guys supposed to be right next to each other? I don't know. I don't know if that nobody diagrammed that.
Third quarter, it's 10-10. Ryan Fitzpatrick, at 37 years old, becomes the oldest player in NFL history to lead his team in rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. Can you believe that?
Yes, I can, because he's Fitz magic.
He is.
Look
Ensuing New England drive.
Fleas in it, and he's still balling.
Hey, look who's in at fullback. Landon Roberts, a linebacker. He's been doing that an awful lot. It's a 38-yard score. The Patriots' second longest play from scrimmage this year. He's also the second defensive player, other than Mike Vrabel, to catch a TD from Brady. On to the fourth. Pats are down 3. Third and goal from the 13. Tom Brady to James White. Nobody runs this better out of the backfield, Prime.
Not at all. A screen.
He's good. So good. Patriots' first lead of the game. But you know who's coming back? Your buddy Fitzmagic. Looking for Devontae Parker. At a 100-yard game.
That's going against one of the best corners in the game right there.
Yep. And then with under 30 ticks left, hits Mike Gesicki. That is the go-ahead and the eventual game winner as the Dolphins upset the Patriots in Foxborough. So that means that Tom Brady and the Patriots would have to root for the LA Chargers to win in Kansas City, or New England would be dropped to the 3 seed. Patrick Mahomes, not a huge day for him numbers-wise. He does hit DeMarcus Robinson. 16 of 25, 174, a score, and an interception. Now, after the Bolts took
that was
the lead,
a great route. It was a corner post. That route was unbelievable. Guys, please watch it at home. That was an unbelievable route he ran.
And how about this return run by Mecole Hardman? Deion, he's got speed on this team.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Watch this cut, though. Watch the vision. Watch the vision. Right there. That's the way to slice it like butter, baby. And straight to the house. Love it.
Wasn't the best run of the day by a Kansas City Chief. This was by Damian Williams. All 11 Chargers just stopped. And he keeps going, but watch Tyreek Hill. Deion, is he just showing off his speed now?
Yes, he is.
It's amazing. Second time he's caught Williams this year doing that. And then Williams again. Look at this effort. In the fourth quarter, he takes a shot right in the legs, but knee does not touch ground. He gets in. Williams with 12 for 124 and 2 scores. And the Chiefs, they are happy. They got a weekend off. That's right. They get a bye thanks to the win and the Dolphins' upset of New England. So here you go. This is what it looks like for the AFC playoffs. For the first time in a decade, the Patriots are playing on Wild Card Weekend, thanks in part to the Dolphins. And the leader of the Chiefs appreciates it.
Extra week off. You know, it's great to have this time of the year. So you work hard for that. I mean, being 12-4 is a great accomplishment for our football team. All in all, a great game, and hail to the Dolphins.
Coming into New England and winning a game in New England is no small task, you know, and I've seen that firsthand lots of times with 4 years in Buffalo and 2 years with New York. So I know how difficult it is to beat them. I know how difficult it really is to beat them at home, and so I'm proud of what we did out there today. And you know, hopefully with this win, you know, we're gonna have a great plane ride home, and we'll go from there.
Well, it was a great chance for us to not play next week. So we didn't take advantage of it. We just didn't play good enough, and you know, we all wish we'd have done a better job. Certainly I do.
All right, well, it's obviously not too much to stay. Obviously, we didn't do anything well enough today to deserve to win, so we'll be playing next week, and we'll see who that is, and you know, still have opportunity in front of us here. So we need our best football, and we didn't have it today. But hopefully it'll be there next week.
No team better understands the importance of getting that bye week than the New England Patriots. They have made all 9 of their Super Bowls in the Brady-Belichick era when having the first weekend off. So that means they've never made it as a 3, 4 seed, or anything. Oh, boy. All right, Deion, you've been on the train all year. I'm giving you one last chance. Final stop to get off the Patriots train. Are you doing it?
No. I'm ride or die. I'm ride or die. I am sticking to it. They don't deserve a darn week off. They don't need a bye. Offensively, they've had a bye all year. The receivers have had a bye. The whole training camp and everything. They don't need a bye. They need to stay in it and work on their game and work on getting back to the Super Bowl where they rightfully belong. This is not a team that deserves nor needs a week off.
Okay, so
this is the best thing to ever happen to them. It really is.
So let me ask you about your confidence level in them. I understand that you support them and you're a big believer in Brady and Belichick, but let's be honest here. They're going to have to win
Don't
three.
Forget Edelman.
You're right. They have to win 3 games to get to Miami, okay, and play in the Super Bowl. 2 of those are possibly at Kansas City and at Baltimore, teams that already beat the New England Patriots. What is your confidence level on a scale of 1 to 10 right now?
My confidence level is high. My confidence level is tremendously high. Now, you got to understand, I do love the Baltimore Ravens. I love what they bring to the table. And I even like Kansas City. The way that defense has been playing in the last several weeks, statistically, defensively, I think they've outdone every category statistically last season to this season. It's unbelievable. And I love me some Honey Badger. You know that. You already know that. But this team right here, the Patriots, they got something, man. They got something special. You cannot just count them out, especially when a guy named Bill Belichick is on the sideline and Tom Brady and Julian Edelman. Then they got arguably the best defensive player of the year at cornerback right now as well. So let me tell you something, guys. I will not give up on the Super Bowl champions. They're still the Super Bowl champions until another team wins it.
Sounds like on a scale of 1 to 10, that's about a 7.5.
No, that's better than that. Better than that.
Mark the tape, folks. Mark the tape. Back to the NFC. Aaron Rodgers with a win in Detroit. They would have a bye. They were down 17-3 at one point, but we'll pick it up with under a minute to go. A game tied at 20. That's Ron to A. Jones, something like that. It's a gain of 31. Gets it to the Lions 20, and 4 plays later with 3 ticks left, Mason Crosby to give him a week and off. Yes. Packers clinch a first-round bye in the postseason, 23-20. Good job by Matt LaFleur in his rookie season at the helm. Sean Payton, they still had dreams of clinching a bye, depending on what was happening Sunday night. It didn't end up happening, so they're the 3 seed, but that's still pretty good. First quarter, a scoreless game in Carolina. Alvin Kamara, they finally got him going over the last few weeks, Deion.
That's right. They just give him the ball and look out. Just give him the darn ball consistently.
That's basically what the Panthers' plan all season was for Christian McCaffrey. He joins Marshall Faulk and Roger Craig as the only players with 1,000 yards rushing and receiving in the same season. Good job by that kid. He's awesome. Then Drew Brees.
Why isn't Roger Craig a Hall of Fame?
That's a great question, dude. You know it. I know it. Some other people don't. Jared Cook's had a great year for the Saints, too. One-handed grab. Brees with 3 more touchdown passes. It was 35-zip at one point. The Saints tie their franchise record with 13 regular season wins in a single season. So once again, here's your wild card weekend schedule. Both AFC games are on Saturday. First one on ESPN/ABC. The nightcap on CBS. Then Fox and NBC are your games on Sunday in the NFC. All right, so let's focus on that Vikings-Saints deal.
That's a good one.
I know it is. What do you like most about it?
First of all, the Saints are the Saints. They can score at will. Drew Brees don't make many mistakes. Sean Payton is unbelievable calling plays on the sideline. But let me tell you something about this Minnesota team. Offensively, they can run the football, and they could throw the football pretty well when they want to. Defensively, they're stout, man. They're one of the best defenses in the game in our league, but you just don't know which Viking team is going to show up. And I trust my guy Zimmer. I love my guy Zimmer. He's going to have those guys ready. But sometimes they just don't show up like they need to show up. But this is a tricky game right here.
Yep.
We got to pay attention to this game because you never know. And if Zim is the Zim that I know, he's not going to let one receiver beat him. And don't forget, they got a cornerback that was an all-pro as well. So this is the game that I'm going to sit down and watch myself on the big screen. I cannot wait to see this one.
And if you're thinking ahead, Saints fans, obviously you know you're going to have to win at least one road game to get to the Super Bowl, maybe two. Other things, they needed the Colts to win in Jacksonville. That didn't happen. And they needed to win in Denver. That didn't happen. Drew Lock has been winning a lot with Denver. 4-1 as a starter. He had Andrew Beck. Broncos were up 10-3 at the break. Now, actually, the finish was kind of fun here. 11 ticks left. The Raiders are down by 7. Derek Carr hits one of his rookies, Hunter Renfrow. So instead of kicking it and going to overtime, we're going to play for 2. We like that. So let's see. The excitement is knocked away. That's kind of anthem. Sorry, John Gruden. See you in Vegas next year.
Did they run the same play?
Yeah, they might have. It just wasn't as effective. 16-15 here, fun. Steelers, they had to win in Baltimore and hope that Houston upended Tennessee. No Lamar Jackson, no Mark Ingram, no Mark Andrews, no Marshall Yanda, nobody on offense for the Ravens, but it didn't matter much because that defense came calling. Duck Hodges, you figure a duck would be good in the rain in Baltimore. That didn't happen. Michael Pierce recovers it for Baltimore, and they're in charge, thanks to Justice Hill. Even without Lamar Jackson and Mark Ingram, they ran for 223. They set a single-season rushing record for a team in NFL history, almost 3,300 yards. You kidding me? Ravens are the 1 seed after getting their franchise best 14 win. Houston by kickoff was locked into the 4 seed. No Deshaun, no DeAndre to take on Ryan Tannehill and the Titans, who needed a win to clinch the 6th seed in the AFC playoff chase. Tannehill to A.J. Brown, who's been one of the best receivers in football over the last 6 weeks, Deion.
Let me tell you something, man. This kid is arguably the rookie of the year offensively.
Yeah, he and Kyler Murray is going to play out big time, I'll tell you, man. Big play out of that kid. Derrick Henry missed the last 2 games because of a bad hammy. He looked healthy today, 21.
You have a bad hammy and you still ended leading the NFL in rushing?
Yeah.
And you set out the last 2 games?
Yeah, that was his 14th.
So how good is he? Really good.
How about this? Holy smokes, Lonnie Johnson Jr. got tattooed at the goal line, stood up Henry, but 22 is going to go get 6. That was awesome. And then later on in the 4th, with the Titans up 2 scores, Henry's still in there because he's vying for that rushing title. And how about this? The 1 cut and go for 53. Finished with 32 carries, 211, and 3 scores, Deion.
And can run. Let me tell you something, man. If the big fella could run like that, that team could go places.
Well, I'll tell you where he's going next. Foxborough. That's right. As you take a look at the AFC playoff schedule, both games are on Saturday. Early one, Buffalo at Houston. You can see that on ESPN/ABC. The nightcap on CBS. Oh, that means that Mike Vrabel gets to go against Bill Belichick. Should be interesting, right, Ryan Tannehill?
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, that's why we play. You compete, love to win, and you play to win a championship. Obviously, haven't been able to do that yet, but that's the goal. Each and every year, you set out and try to do everything you can to put yourself and your team in a position to go compete for a championship. And so through the ups and the downs this year, we were able to fight through and put ourselves in the dance. And like I said, we'll enjoy this one tonight and then get ready for the next one tomorrow.
Well, it doesn't get any easier. You're going to have to go on the road in a tough environment. And again, great defense. They're no strangers to winning playoff football games at home. So we'll have to go up there and we'll have to prepare, find out when we play, get a schedule, get guys healthy, and start the preparation.
You mentioned this could be a scary game for New England. Why do you think that?
Derrick Henry, man, it's a difference maker. I love me some Tannehill. Trust me, I love the guy coming off the bench, uprooting the starting quarterback that was one of the highest picked guys in the franchise history. And now, look, man, Tannehill is balling. Derrick Henry is the difference maker. If this guy can have productivity like this versus New England, this team has a chance. The only thing that I hate about this team is their pass defense. I feel like Tom Brady is going to have a field day picking these guys apart, and they can't do anything about it. I really do. That's the Achilles heels with this team. But if they could run the ball consistently and can control that clock, they got a shot.
Hold on.
They got a shot.
You've been ripping on the Patriots receiving game all year. All year. And now you're saying that Tom Brady's going to shred somebody?
Yep. He's Tom Brady. And their defense is pass defense isn't good at all. It really isn't good at all.
Okay. All right. This should be good. Saturday night. You and I will watch it together. And the Niners trying to cling to that 1 seed. Pete Carroll, if they get a win, they would be the 3 seed. 40 ticks left. Russell Wilson on 4th and 10 hits John Ursua, the rookie out of Hawaii, gets it down to the goal line. They then snap it, spike it, but eventually take a delay of game. So that would take Marshawn Lynch out of the equation. So 3 plays later, it's 4th and goal for Seattle. Russell Wilson, after a controversial non-booth review of a possible defensive pass interference, Jacob Hollister gets lit up at the goal line. Greenwald with the hit. The rookie preserves the victory. The Niners are division champs and the 1 seed. That's right. It's the road to the playoffs presented by Mercedes-Benz.
I have experience from the Atlanta game, so I wasn't ready to celebrate anything. Kind of ruined my celebration, to tell you the truth. I wanted to wait till I saw it on the scoreboard. I saw I didn't get in. Then everyone tried to tackle me, but I knew I was waiting to see how much time was left on the clock because I wanted to take a knee. We would have just taken the safety if there was only 1 sack, so there was no chance to fumble. But it was a little hectic there at the end, but once the whistle officially blew, I felt very good.
Well, as we have kind of grown to understand about our team, we ain't ever out. And didn't play well in the first half and just couldn't get going at all. And we really felt fortunate to be a 13 zip. And then our guys just did what they do and found a way to get back and get rolling. And we didn't dominate the second half, but we certainly put ourselves in position to win a championship right there. And it was a fantastic effort by the whole team.
Every emotion you can imagine, nerve-wracking, anxiety, just every game we've had lately has seemed like it's come down to the last play or two, and this was no different. So defense stepped up huge. That was incredible at the end there.
Did you have any doubts when they went to the review?
My initial reaction, I didn't think he was in. Then once we saw it on the replay, it was pretty clear. Dre made a hell of a play. I mean, to step up in that moment and everything, just everything that goes with it, it was a big win for the organization.
So Niners get the bye. Seahawks back at work next Sunday. They are the 4th and final game of Wild Card Weekend in Philly. The first game will be Minnesota at New Orleans. You can see that one on Fox, the nightcap on NBC. The Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday. Freddie Kitchens was fired after going 6-10 in his one and only season. Of course, he was promoted from offensive coordinator the back half of the 2018 season where he had so much success calling plays for the first time. Deion, very quickly, is this fair?
I hate seeing coaches get fired. You know that. Tremendous expectation, especially when you bring in Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry. You have all these guys, and your productivity at the running game was very suffice.